the GOAT's tour has been canceled, at least the remaining dates. Drake canceled the remaining dates of his tour. We don't know why, but I got a short video here today from the Ville. Make sure y'all go over there, give him a like or follow. He do really good content. This is Peapod Cove. Welcome back to the channel. Want to support the channel? Hit the Cash App like button. I appreciate it. But let's get it. This is the Ville. We do a lot of reactions to the Ville. They, like I said, he make good content. Appreciate y'all coming through. I love the comments. Keep the comments coming. I try to respond to all the comments. I appreciate it. Let's do it.
So it looks like Drake is having issues in Australia, y'all. So it looks like Drake postpones remaining dates of Australia and New Zealand tour. So this is for the Anita Max Win tour. This is where Drake had went.
Make sure that volume level is good. Let me make sure y'all got good volume. Turn that up.
To do the tour, and I guess he was splitting the dates between Australia and New Zealand. It says here that he had 4 shows left out of the 16-date sold-out tour of Australia.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean,
and New Zealand. Drake has cut short his latest trip down under. Now, it says here that he was able to sell out 16 dates, but he only left 4 left that he's going to postpone. Now, moving forward with this, it says that Drake has called off the...
Now, postpone is different from cancel. Cancel means postpone means they're going to reschedule. So is it canceled or is it postponed? We need to figure that out.
Remaining dates of his current tour. News of the...
If anybody over there from Aussie, from Australia or New Zealand right now that went to the concert or checked them out, leave me a comment. Let me know how it was. Good or bad, I want to know. We want to know at the Cove here. We love hip hop. Drake's part of hip hop, so we cover him. And we know y'all like it, so let me know.
The postponement comes just hours after OVO wrapped up a performance in Brisbane, which itself took place alongside swirling rumors of an impending premature end to the trek. On the afternoon of Wednesday, February 26th, in Australia time, it was confirmed that Drake has indeed axed the remaining dates of his tour down under. Per Rolling Stone over there in Austin and New Zealand, this statement had came from the musician's representatives and has confirmed that the remaining 4 shows of the Anita Max Win tour have been axed due to scheduling conflict. Scheduling conflict. Now, that is pretty strange. The rep added, "We are actively working on rescheduling these dates along with adding some additional shows. All tickets for effect..."
So it's not canceled. It's postponed with possible more shows. Now it could all be smokescreen, but let's see.
Shows will remain valid for new dates. The statement continued, "Refunds will be available for those who prefer, but please note that these shows are sold out. Any refunded tickets will be released for sale. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your patience. Drake and the entire team have had an incredible time doing these shows and are excited to return soon. We look forward to sharing the rescheduled dates with you as soon as possible." Drake's Australian tour launched on February 4th with 2 nights in Perth and was followed by 4 shows each in Melbourne and Sydney, and an additional 2 dates in Brisbane. Further shows in Sydney and Brisbane were planned for next week with an already postponed pair of dates. New Zealand scheduled for mid-March. The tour was Drake's first visit to both Australia and New Zealand since 2017. Now, the rest of the article explains that Drake has been going...
Hey, yo, I want to ask a few of y'all this. I know a few fans, Drake fans, if you're out there. How do y'all feel about him giving away stuff at the show? Look at all these signs in the front. Because I saw an article about this before, but I didn't actually do a video on it. But apparently fans show up to his shows with signs saying things they want, like buy me and get my boyfriend an engagement ring, buy my dad a new car. And I guess through Stake, maybe Stake, the company he works for, helps him pay these bills. But it's crazy. How do y'all feel about that? I mean, I guess it's cool to give, right? But is he giving it for love, or is he giving it just for genuine love of the fans? Or he's giving it, I mean, at the end of the day, you know what? He doesn't have to give either. You know what I mean?
Going viral for everybody who's been at these concerts requesting money or requesting favors from Drake, and Drake has...
That's just crazy to me. I mean, that's Drizzy. Drizzy's doing good, right? So
has been giving them as he reads the signs out in the crowd, such as this picture here. Now, it's funny that he said scheduling conflicts. A lot of people here are saying, what scheduling conflicts? He can never be honest and just admit he got tired of giving away tickets for free on the radio. Now, that's just one opinion. I really believe that the
To be fair, even if he give tickets away, I don't think he's covering that bill because the state billionaire is from Australia. So I could see them funding a lot of stuff to keep him going. I don't think it's coming out of his pockets. They always do giveaways at shows, but it's crazy, right? Hey, at the end of the day, isn't this some Drake stuff? Like, why are people surprised? Like, this is stuff he's always done. So trust him to be who he's always been. I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
the main reason why he's rescheduling is because of that lawsuit. I feel like in some type of way, this lawsuit was just recently updated, and right after the update, Drake postponed his tour. I'm wondering if
Hey, let me know if y'all want me to go into the updates. Because I heard some things were updated after the Super Bowl performance, allegedly. But that's some juicy stuff, right?
any of this has anything to do with his lawsuit. That's the most recent thing that had happened between Drake and UMG. It's the recent news that occurred with Drake, and I'm wondering if that's the case why he's postponing these dates. But I do feel like scheduling conflict is something that rappers say when they aren't able to tell the truth of why they're actually rescheduling their.
Okay. So he found the word in there. It's something that, I could say I think it's something else as well, because I don't think he has a reason to reschedule them. The only reason I say that is because he's on the other side of the world. So for him to go and redo that again, saying 2 weeks is going to cost him more money than anything, because there's a production set that has to be shipped. There's a production set that, I think I heard or read somewhere that the set got sent to Europe, or it's going to Europe after. But there doesn't make sense. You're already there. There's ways where he can leave and leave the set there and return. But to reschedule, it's got to be something big. It's got to be something. Hopefully his health is okay. It's got to be something big.
Concert, and it's led a lot of people to be upset. A lot of people from Australia, New Zealand that actually bought tickets for this tour are getting upset at Drake for postponing, for delaying, whatever the case may be. They're very upset about this. A lot of the fans over there in New Zealand have actually been expressing how they feel online regarding Drake's cancellation. You could see here a lot of people are upset. They're saying things like they not like.
See, I see he still got a lot of fans. But to be fair, if I was in Australia and Drake came and I got tickets, I would go. Like, I'm in Australia. They come once in a blue moon. I'll go see him. I'm not going to sit here and cap and be like, yeah, I know he got some things I don't like, but I used to be a huge Drake fan at one point. I used to be a huge Drake fan. So I know he definitely got some stuff from a Bob too. And like Biggie always said, you rap for the women, not the men. Once the women are vibing, man, it's all pacified music to me, and I love it. Let's do it.
Us, because he's not like us, waiting for Kendrick to come to New Zealand. And as you can see, a lot of people are feeling some type of way about this situation. A lot of people are.
Yo, that would be some K-Dot stuff, right? Because I believe Kendrick has to do a world tour. He cannot deny a world tour. This song that got him 5 Grammys was just not because of the United States. And the Super Bowl proved that. The numbers at the Super Bowl proved that this song was bigger. And it kind of debunks Drake's whole lawsuit, because for the Super Bowl, there was like 124 to 27 million that watched all the way through. But for the halftime show, it went up to 133, from 124 to 133. So that proves that everybody that listened to that song checked in to make sure he performed that song on the biggest stage. And you can tell. And that kind of debunks Drake's whole lawsuit when it comes to UMG, because I don't think UMG had anything to do with the people that tuned in to watch it on TV. You know what I'm saying? They didn't bot those viewers. So, but I think I got to do a video on that too. But Drake is cooked in many ways. And if Kendrick was to just literally head straight to Australia after Drake pull out and do some 2-day show, man, that would be the boogeyman for real. For real, right? That'll be the boogeyman for real.
Truly upset. But like I said, this comes right after the lawsuit and the update that the lawsuit just had between Drake and UMG, where Drake was talking about the Super Bowl, where Drake was talking about the 133.5 million viewers. And I feel like this might be the reason why. I feel like,
hey, I haven't watched this video from the Ville yet. I just started it, and I didn't even know he was going to go into that. I just watched maybe 30 seconds of it, but I usually do a lot of reactions to him, so I know his content's good. But he's talking about the lawsuit because I didn't even really understood what happened. That because I saw some memes and think people making fun of it, but I didn't really look into it. They actually updated their files since the Super Bowl performance.
3.5 million viewers. And I feel like this might be the reason why. I feel like because of the situation that happened with this lawsuit and because he had to express how he felt about the Super Bowl, where he was ridiculed in front of everybody, it could be an educated guess, but I'm guessing that he had postponed this because of the update in the case. Maybe he feels because of this news about the lawsuit had made its way to the public, expressing how he felt about the Super Bowl. It just made me feel like him postponing it was so that way this situation could calm down. The talk about the lawsuit could go away, and then he continues to do the tour when the attention is away from this lawsuit. Now, that's just my guess. Drake is very indirect when he does these type of things, but who knows the real reason? Like I said, when Drake gets involved with situations like this, he's very indirect. He doesn't really say the direct reason why he's doing something. It's never the real answer that he wants to give. Whether it is the lawsuit or it's something else, it could be something going on with the show.
What do y'all think it is? Let me know down in comments. Because, like I said, it could be this whole lawsuit. He's probably not sleeping at night like the way he should, the way Cole felt after he dissed the boogeyman and took it back. But come on, Drake, you got to finish these tours, man. You got to remember, you don't want to leave not one fan upset at you, bro. Like, and that's how a lot of artists are. I mean, if you're a big artist and say you did 3 shows in one city and then there's people mad that they didn't get to see your show, that's different. But when you cancel, they don't care about refunding the money. They don't care about getting. They want to have a show. They want to see it. And the fact that you haven't been there, I think in like a decade, according to what you say, maybe 10 years, 8 to 10 years, they don't know when they're going to see you again. Some of them may never see you again. So you want to make sure you leave the fans behind happy. You know what I mean? You gotta get those shows done, Drizzy, because these are things that's gonna keep you on a positive level. You got to really think about that as an artist. You don't want to leave that negativity behind because it's gonna, especially you after going through what you just went through. You don't want to leave that negative energy because at the end of the day, no matter what was said in the beef, if all these people actually paid for your tickets to come see you, then you good. Fuck what K-Dot's doing. You good. So show up. You need to still show up, though, perform. Because your fans or your real fans are going to always rock out with you. But you don't want to leave them upset because when you do stuff like that, somebody could always swoop in and do some shady stuff. And all of a sudden now, you got dirt on your face.
Whether it's ticket sales, whatever the case may be. I'm not sure why they're saying it's a sold-out show, however, when there's still tickets available for purchase. So I don't know why Billboard is saying that Drake had sold-out shows when there's some available tickets for some dates, especially the dates that were canceled. It looks like
I think you see the same thing with sports. There has to be a number. So like say the stadium holds 30,000. To be a sellout, it has to be maybe 28,000. It doesn't mean that all the seats are sold. It means it's a sold out event, that it's almost like the fire marshal has a capacity level type thing. I don't knock me for sure, but I think I read that somewhere a long time ago because it was the same thing like when you hear NFL games, so it's a sellout. No, there's still a few tickets left. It's not totally sellout all the time.
there was some availability, but now it's changed to not available, most likely because he postponed and canceled the shows. But at this time, your guess is as good as mine. Why he canceled the shows, why he's not showing up to these shows on the scheduled date. And it's funny because he's postponing these dates for this tour, I think right around the time where he's set to do the lawsuit. They said between March or April. April 2nd is the deadline. But UMG was telling him, well, you could do it in March. That's the closest that we'll give you. But mid-March, which matches up to these dates right here. So there could be a possibility that he's actually postponing these dates because he doesn't know when he has to go to court. He doesn't know when he'll actually have to start doing this.
Yo, is UMG's already messing with his money, bruh. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're gonna slow roll this thing. They're gonna cook him slow.
Conference that he wanted with this lawsuit. So if I were to take an educated guess here, I really think it's because of the lawsuit. Drake's trying to hurry this up. He postpones the dates because he's trying to shoot for some availability to start this meeting. But these are all guesses here. I'm just assuming. But back in the last video that I did, Drake was trying to move this conference with UMG in the lawsuit to March around this time. But UMG is pushing for the deadline, which is April 2nd. So that could also be another possibility. Drake postponing the date so that way he could say that he's available for these dates to be seen in court. Who knows? Rather it's the lawsuit, rather there's issues with ticket sales, rather there's issues with the venue, whatever the case may be, your guess is as good as mine. But one thing that I could say for sure is Drake is not telling us the real truth why he's postponing these dates. Now that I'm thinking about it, taking a second guess here, I really do think it might be because of the lawsuit. Now, remember at the end of the 4th page that was updated in this lawsuit, it said that the conference needs to happen by no later than March 5th, 2025, which is 21 days prior to the deadline, which was April 2nd, like I said in the last video, for the parties to submit a proposed case management plan and scheduling order. Now, that could be the scheduling conflict that Drake is talking about. Like I said, the only scheduling conflict that he has would be this lawsuit. But if UMG wins and does the lawsuit by the deadline, April 2nd, then he might need to reactivate these dates, or he might need to schedule them with more dates later down the line. Looking at it here, looking at this, and looking at the lawsuit here and what it says right here at the very bottom, it seems like this might be the actual possibility. The lawsuit could be interfering with his tour. But like I said, that's all just an educated guess. You could tell me how you feel about it in the comments. Do you feel like it's something going on at the shows? Do you feel like it's the lawsuit? Do you feel like it's the conflicting schedule? Y'all let me know and get back to me, man. Do you think it's the lawsuit? Do you
over there? And that's from the Ville. Listen, I don't think it's the lawsuit. The reason I say I don't think it's the lawsuit is because you got lawyers. It's Drizzy. He don't have to go to court. The lawyer's going to handle that. He could be in Australia doing his thing while in court. But some people like to be hands-on. You never know. I don't know how he run his ship. You know, I don't know how he do his thing. But it's canceled for now. I doubt those things are going to be rescheduled. I hope he reschedule it for the fans because, like I said, you don't want to leave upset fans behind, especially just when you just went through what you went through. And it's still going through at UMG. But, hey, Drizzy doing Drizzy things, man. He doing Drizzy things. Want to help donate to the channel? Hit the Cash App, like button. I appreciate it if you're still here. Right here next to Elmo, going to be another video to watch. Peapod Cove. I'll see you on the next one.